Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Oracle.
Death Prophet.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Zeus.
Radiant team ban.
We're back again, guys. We play season use SEA group stage, our second best of
5
one of the
seconds
day.
remaining.
Team Taring taking on Trust this time around, and Trust, they've just defeated Team Redemption from
Reserve
some
time.
pretty nasty style, honestly. Through and breaking them down bit by bit, but Taring is a different beast. Quick look at the group stages. They're currently 0 after defeat. But Trust 2 and 4 now. They're starting to make the climb. That's 1 foot up the ladder. Get themselves up to
Dire
where
team
MVP
back.
Phoenix and Monastia are both sitting at the top of the table. The draft progressing pretty decently, and we will see a Death Prophet this game as she was
Radiant
ignored in the
team
previous
back.
one, but Taring kicked things off. Doctor and Zeus. And now, welcoming my co-caster, Heen. What do you think about the openers from these two?
The first thing that after having watched them last game, their
10
draft is
seconds remaining.
very different from last game. The bans are different, and they confidently
5
take the
seconds
DP.
remaining.
It probably has to do with the teams are always going to know more than
Reserve time.
listeners and the viewers. They're going to have these teams that they're going to have. They have a history
Dire
of
team ban.
knowing each other, so you know the meta between two specific teams. So
Dire
against
team
Redemption, Signature, kind of maybe they knew that Redemption don't feel too confident. Against Taring, they had a good track record, style wise. Oracle and DP, neither of these heroes we picked last game. So I'm gonna assume that Signature knows what they want against Taring, and Taring
10
in response to
seconds
DP,
remaining.
Dr. Zeus. Zeus is pretty good against DP
5
because against
seconds remaining.
generally want something that can threaten the DP. Like you can't just let DP do
Reserve
a lot
time.
of free tower damage. He has to be always has to be on his toes about, am I way too up close? So am I gonna get burst down? So this is a pretty good response, in my opinion.
In the first like 20 minutes of the game, laning phase even, Zeus is always one of these heroes that against the kind of ordinary lane dominators, against the Lina, against the TA, against OD, pain. Just trading farm, you sit back, you arc lightning, you jumped and killed. A lot of these bossy mid laners really like to do. When you think about it, you know, all these lane dominators, the Quap, Lina,
Radiant
TA,
team
they're just like,
pick.
I'm going to harass you, I'm going to wear you down, I'm going to push you power and make you burn through regen. Doesn't really care too much about that. Zap the Death Prophet from a good range. Now Trust, go back. Thing, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of in SEA. It's always been the kind of flavorful pick for CIS team. No, Goblak, or recently, and most famously, has been doing Iron Talon Treant.
10 seconds
Kind of sitting in the
remaining.
jungle, getting a 20-minute Aghanim Scepter 4 roll. I don't know if you've
5
seen Treant
seconds
much, but
remaining.
SEA, I'm guessing just around trying to punch.
I mean, I think Dreen was he
Reserve
sort of
time.
fell off the game, the popular pick for quite a while. I think the last time he was regularly picked was, I'd say, more than a year ago. And European style Iron Talon Protector, I honestly haven't seen it, but I've seen the old where you just get the quest blade and you
10,
tree so that you can one-on-one neutral
Dire
camp at a
team
time.
pick.
But with the Iron Talon, it's obviously going to be a lot faster. Not sure what the reasoning about pick. Obviously, the DP and synergy, but there are a lot of different supports that also have good synergy with DP that provide other things that tree provide.
Back to
Exactly.
TP. Maybe the synergy here is
10
False
seconds
Promise
remaining.
Oracle plus the living armor onto the DP. You know, you've got that 7 seconds.
5 seconds
Basically,
remaining.
immunity for a while, you heal them through it, you block down, and heal up against
Reserve
that
time.
short. What exactly is up with that? As Taring take a 10. A hero that is often banned out in second phase, first phase against a lot of these teams, but let through here by Signature. 10's win rate still sitting pretty high. I mean, Red is kind of the king of this patch so far, especially in the European scene. That's tournament. China was, I think it was like 82% win rate for Earth Spirit, something insane like that. That hero, put it in the right hands, it's some crazy stuff, but ignored for the most part here, as Trust go for a Phoenix. These are just surprising picks after surprising picks from them.
I see a slight of each. He used to pick Phoenix and Treant together. It might have been some other team, but I think these two heroes are super
10 seconds
super good
remaining.
team fight because the obvious synergy of Phoenix using his ults and then Treant uses
5
ults.
seconds
Both
remaining.
pop their ult, and you have an egg that you need to kill, but you can't auto attack it, and there's no other way to kill it. So
Reserve
if they get a
time.
good combo off, that's going to be fun to watch. Phoenix does pretty well against Chen, I think. Chen doesn't really
10 seconds remaining.
have good ways to kill Phoenix,
Dire
and at the
team
same
back.
time, Phoenix is he's gonna do a lot of AOE basically. He's not gonna kill the creeps, or he's gonna slow down the creeps or do a lot of damage. Pushes by drawing creep aggro. Gyrocopter, it's gonna be a reverse
Radiant
where
team
Signature.Trust
back.
has the off lane that has to play against the gyro lane. If it's a solo off lane Phoenix, it's gonna be tough for Phoenix to lane against presumably Witch Doctor and Gyrocopter.
Wait, look at this. Taring can't pick up like a
10
silencer or
seconds
anything like that to
remaining.
fully. Gyro does come off the
Dire
creep wave to
team
try
pick.
and get that rocket barrage damage down into the flappy, fiery bird. Out on last hits and that. So Trust, their final hero, they're going to be your safe lane hero for Lakels. Might look for the Morphling here. Is a Spirit Breaker ban. The confused. Why would they ban the Spirit Breaker?
10 seconds
I
remaining.
have no idea.
Like the way I look at this is like DP mid, Phoenix
5
off lane, the
seconds
Treant
remaining.
maybe goes dual off lane with the Phoenix. They've got Oracle for roaming between mid and top, keeping safe lane
Reserve
happy.
time.
I mean, if it's like it was a DP carry, then they would ban a mid hero, right? 'Cause-
Yeah.
So
Unless Trust
maybe-
have done like one roll Treant Protector or something in the past, like in scrims they've been running carry Treant. I don't know.
oh, like the what was it? Who was it? Bold Virtus Pro, Aces
Radiant
Pro, I
team
think.
pick.
There was
Polo,
a FNG went like safe lane tree, and he
Oh,
got
yeah.
like a 12-minute Ags. I
Yeah.
think it was.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the Sven. pick up the safe lane carry for them through some ancient camps and stack up that gold as quickly as they can. So it's final hero for Taring. It's either Zeus mid or Zeus off lane. I'm going to go with Zeus mid as the most likely here. Off lane heroes, the remaining pick them, and
10
what's left?
seconds
Slardar,
remaining.
Spirit Breaker, Batrider, Void, Master Lone Druid, Nature's Prophet,
5
all
seconds
gone.
remaining.
The hero
They want some kind of BKB control against Sven. I think that's
Reserve
why
time.
Signature and the Beastmaster. They have no
5
BKB
seconds
control
remaining.
among their heroes. Zeus won't do any damage. I mean, Witch Doctor has an ult, but it's going to be pretty negligible. This Weaver pickup is pretty damn unexpected for me. So it's a Weaver offlane. And not sure what kind of utility Weaver can provide other than Ag's time lapse. I don't think is that good with this.
what they get themselves up to.
They picked a Weaver
heroes.
obviously because the lockdown from Signature aren't really the best against Weaver. Just overall balance of the lineup wise, my opinion, are control because they have Goose, Chen, and Gyrocopter, and the Witch Doctor. So
10
they just need a
seconds
bit more
remaining.
control in my opinion. But they went for the Weaver, and this is
5 seconds
part of the reason
remaining.
why people love watching SCA Dota.
Random heroes.
Random heroes, not to flame, but
Random ass picks here and there. Weaver, I guess Swarm is pretty good up against these guys. Geminate attack's good against Egg. See what they actually head on into. But for now, my pro mid DP, I'll kill safe lane Sven, Jabs off lane Phoenix, the two supports. I still want to see where they go and what they head into. See Boombell go into that Iron Talon early on. Equally could see him go for, boots first and roam around a little bit. Lanes, whereas over on Taring, they're Yamate mid Zeus, they're safe lane Gyro, off lane Weaver. Got this Chen and Witch Doctor. Got a pretty good push into the tier 1 tower lineup so far in the early stages. Definitely, if Chen can get the right. But they've also got a pretty deep way of even killing the DP. 5 minutes in, once Chen hits like level creeps, sends them to mid. The Zeus probably going to be level 4 as well with 2 in that lightning bolt. DP is relatively squishy early on, and if you have the initial burst, just say, you're dead. You're gone, you're done for. And she can't use that overpowered sucky spell, the Soul Siphon. Can't actually turn and kill you off or sustain through it. My pro does have to be very wary once that timer hits sort of 4 or 5 minutes. Mutations coming in, even if you do have Living Arm. Even if you do have the Oracle, maybe TP react and save. Actually, looking at this already, Boombell, take a look at his items, man. Stout Shield, Quelling Blade, it's happening. The Iron Talon is transcended from CIS to SEA, and honestly, it's one of the things that I kind of bring up a lot. The similarity Russian Dota and Southeast Asian Dota is that kind of chaos. The non-stop aggression or the non-stop just, we're gonna go and do stuff regardless of logic or planning. This one pick, this one idea that Goblak kind of forefront has now moved over Trust's hands.
one of the reasons that Signature was that they saw the Zeus, and Zeus usually isn't. He's the opposite of the heroes that you mentioned, like
30
TA,
seconds to battle.
Queen of Pain, Lena. They're not lane dominators, and this is gonna spend most of his mana for CS. So basically, when you see a low mana Zeus, your mid laner is pretty safe, and it means Treant Protector doesn't have to help mid as much, or even TP that. I mean, he already has Living Armor, a global spell that can help DP indirectly, or I mean, like from far away.
Oh, it's going to be a big fight up at top room. Stun up onto Ling. The Chen is the target they want to go for with a Soul Siphon there. Chen's just straight up dead, but they get Fame out first. 3-4-3 gets the first blood before the Chen drops. And it's already one dead on either side. My
Signature's in a
pro.
lot of trouble.
My pro, you can't escape from this. Soul Siphon's on cooldown. They've got the damage, and Ice just runs himself straight on forward. Boombell might even die as well. After the safety of the tier 1 tower. Who got the bounty runes? That's the important thing. Who got the bounty? Phoenix and Zeus got one apiece.
Yeah. Pretty good movement by Ling when the Sven went for the stun on Ling. Moved away so that they wasted a lot of time and bought enough time for Taring to get the. And they stole the.
it up. Bounty at bot. Jabs was allowed to go and get that for himself. The way these lanes are kind of configured, we're looking at the Phoenix Weaver 1v1, while actually the movement up the top is 3-4-3 Witch Doctor and Ben's Gyro to try and deal with the Oracle. And so sure enough, the Treant is farming jungle, trying to get the Iron Talon. Safe jungling here from Ling, actually using Wild Wing to try and get himself up to level 3 or 4 a little bit faster. Zeus mid against the DP, kind of like what we were saying, just trading farm. Sure that Yamate doesn't die on this lane or get forced back too heavily by my pro. What do you think about Phoenix against Weaver? Who should come out on top of that?
I think does better. Hey, Weaver, it depends on what item choices he just go for. If he gets like a bottle, I don't see a lot of people get the bottle side shot because it only comes with one charge. But in a one-on-one setting, he like 3 minute 45 seconds. You can see him getting purchased bottle and then going for the bottom room. Phoenix has no way of killing the Weaver, whereas I think Weaver can pressure the Phoenix into
A golden thread.
dives and slowly chew him down.
Yeah, the Weaver Gemini attack up against a hero with 0 armor. You know, sure enough, you've got Ring of Protection. All of this regen is definitely going to come to use for jabs. Just look at the damage output that's there from the Gemini attack. And Ice bullying back the Phoenix little by little. He doesn't care about the Fiery Spirits. As long as Jabs is taking damage, another Shikuchi and another hit. The dive has to come out now, and the Fiery Spirits will slow the Weaver enough. Sure, the final hit doesn't fly. Projectile doesn't launch into the face of that poor Phoenix. Back up the top though, the damage is being dealt out onto Ben. Gyro dropping low, but he's salving up and might want to turn his back. Trust heroes, but Living Armor's out from the tree, and Boombell doing a pretty good job at just keeping bay.
Rotation from the Chen, like you mentioned. Moat, he has pretty good creeps. Full Warlord and Centaur.
Kind of earlier than expected as well, right? Just because of that Wild Wing farming through the little stack
go.
of the camp. He's got the perfect
Pretty good
creeps.
angle.
And oh, my pro, you're stuck, you're caught, you're trapped, you're dead. Chen comes in with a perfect rotation, and my pro just drops. With his positioning was good, honestly. Like, you look at that from bird's eye view, his positioning is good up on this high ground. It's just the angle from Chen, like you pointed out, perfect along the tree line, comes in from the side, and the combination of creeps, you couldn't ask for a better pairing.
I think Signature would have been pretty where Chen was, because whenever we see these carry type of lanes like Gyrocopter, Witch Doctor go aggro, you sort of expect the Chen to follow that lane. We saw this recently in TNC game we casted together, I think, where TNC sent an aggro lane. They had the Chen in the opponent's jungle, and it put so much pressure on the enemy carry. This was sort of a twist where Chen actually jungled his side and then made the long rotation at an unexpected time. I mean, like to the mid lane.
The Chen's coming in across, but they go for the stun onto the Witch Doctor first. Damage is a fair amount down up to 3-4-3, but he's surviving through it all with the Centaur stun. The trap is there as well. They've got these two heroes trapped together, but they can't single target down. Focus one of them. Get the freebie. The Witch Doctor, and they'll back themselves away as Boombell did not go for Iron Talon. Went back for the boot instead. Interesting. So he started off jungling without Iron Talon. I'm kind of amused by this, actually.
It might have to do with the fact that he wanted to farm the medium camp.
Oh, back up the top. They've got the trap and the Thunder God's Wrath. Lakells. Ben, I think with the damage from Chen, get himself a double kill, and now they push into the tower. 5 minutes in, and this tier 1 with a catapult up and another wave actually joining in a couple of seconds.
Tower is under attack.
Tier 1 should fall.
This is super hard. Like, once you die under your tower like this, it's like, look, from the perspective of Trust, it's gonna be so scary or impossible to TP back into this tower. It's only 5 minutes in. Who's gonna?
Dire's structures are fortified.
No one. And actually, the Phoenix Jabs is doing really well against this. It's unexpected. It's not a common matchup. Why I wasn't too sure if the
Dire's top
and
tower
like
is
just
under
straight out
attack.
beat the Phoenix, but CS wise, Jabs is giving Ice a beating.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Like if you said, he'd gone for the bottle. Oh, okay, there. The beating gets turned on its head. Ice is waiting across in those trees and goes for the sneaky little dive in onto the field. no time to jump away. Kind of thinking about what you said about the bottle earlier on. You know, if you had more regen, oh, you're right up at the top. He's still fine. He's healed up. He turns to kill. Lakel's that Maledict damage with the nuke on top of it. He's dropping incredibly low. Is it going to be enough to finish him off? It looks like it will. Boombell tries his hardest to keep his body alive, but the projectiles keep on flying. Oh, Feimao. Might be another drop here as the net traps him. Even with Jen peeking in to try and save his teammates, he's got Fiery Spirit and a dive forward, but the send back, Ben turns to kill. There's in the Supernova X! What? No. That's Supernova.
They have those stuns!
They've got nothing to stop them. Yamate says thanks for the kill, buddies. I'm going to come in and try and kill MyPro as well as a net trap, and Yamate just throws the nukes down into him. Soul Cypher's back onto the creep. We'll keep MyPro alive for now at the very least. Signature.Trust ripped apart at the seams and crumbling to the pressure that Towering are just fully applying onto them every second of this game.
It's gonna be. I think I've seen this here a lot in recent, where the team that doesn't have Chen gets their safe lane tower taken away, and there's like just so much pressure. Chen's gonna hit level 6 for this game. Is going to reveal from Gyro, who's already level 6 compared to just hit level 5. And we get to see what this Weaver pick was about. It wasn't going to be an off-lane Weaver. I think the Chen pick is what allows the Weaver to be lane a safe lane. Because the Chen can decide to go either help the aggro or the Weaver lane, depending on, for example, Signature decide to dodge the Gyro lane and then put the Sven bottom.
Another big issue is where do the Dire supports get their levels? You're looking at Treant and Oracle, both level 4. 6s are incredibly important, but not only levels. The Oracle, 289 net worth.
DP is in so much trouble right now.
How many heroes are going to come and gank the DP? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 heroes and MyPro's dead. Oh my goodness. So much trouble indeed, and this turns into a tier 1 down at bottom lane. I'm looking at the Oracle and feeling sorry for him. He's just managed to buy himself boots 8 minutes in. He's finally afforded that after they gave him some mid lane farm. Phoenix, full boots, level 7, yet to use a Supernova. It's super difficult unless they can group up with a big overgrowth for Sven, who's tanky and brawling through them all. Trying to get a trade-off here onto the mid-tier 1, but it's just so fast out from Towering. Mod Golems, Satyr, Centaur, Ben with a Treads Aquila build. Now they're coming back to defend actually, looking to try and save the tier 1. Exorcism is thrown out here, but Towering are ready for this. The throwdown damage from Yamate onto Boombell. Oh, it drops him down to a third of his HP. Question is, can they finish off this tower before the call down comes in? MyPro throws the Soul Siphon into the Supernova into the middle of them all, and this is a pretty good setup for Signature.Trust, but MyPro, the damage, just enough to finish off the Gyro, but Ice keep on pummeling through him. MyPro trapped, stuck in with the Weaver, the little bug just swinging away with the Gemini attacks, and Boombell drops as well. They save the tier 1. 4 for 1 trade-off, maybe even 5 as Lakel's TPs himself away. A couple more hits at Shikuchi, not enough! Ice, barely, allowing the Sven to escape with a teleport out.
Yeah, you could see how confident Towering was when they were defending this tower. Chen didn't even kind of waiting, and
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
the tier 1 on Dire went down before they even got the tier 1 mid from Radiant to half, so... It was a sort of a desperation move from Signature, seeing as how bad this game has turned out from the laning stage. It's not even 10 minutes yet, so it's crazy to think it's still already 15 big. All these towers down.
Oh, they're going to try and annoy Jabs a little bit more here as well. He does have the dive back, and they see where Ice is going, but just look at that damage! Yamate with the Ether Lens up already, throwing bolt after, arc lightning after everything. Lakel's, he just cannot withstand the damage output from Towering at this point. They group up as 5 and just push tier 1. And the big trouble here is Trust can't split either.
That's why with a DP lineup, usually you sort of need to win or come out even. DP is not a hero that enjoys going around by himself. Maybe the old DP when faster movement speed and lower mana cost on Crypt Swarm or efficient farm. Nowadays, sort of need to fight with DP. And Chen has that mech. But I mean, he got a really fast level 6, but already has a mech on top of it. So this is going to be really troublesome for Signature. They make a smoke near their tier 2. But I'm not sure if they have the tools. I mean, they know tree ult, so the Oracle has to hold on to the stun. Should Yamate decide to be out.
Yamate, there's a stun. Sven is coming in, but Yamate nearly tries to take out the Phoenix. Will drop, but it's not a big streak taken. Still a decent golden experience. Should be spread between the 4 of them. Yep. Good 1,000 golden experience there as Trust. Get grip. Game at long last. Looking back at the Chen though, he's 5-1-4. Ling has had a cracker of a game. Sparking into action. My pro is like the complete opposite. 0-4-2 on the DP. 970 gold, about 1,000 saved up. At this point,
And this is where it becomes really hard for DP because DP is already a hero that usually opens with Fuel Scepter or maybe sometimes Rod of Atos, but neither of these items are going to give him enough tank.
and now he's dead. There's no escape. There is absolutely no escape. Witch Doctor just throws down the Maledict Death Ward. There's a Weaver there to throw down the physical damage as well, who's closing in on level 11. But in the meantime, they've killed the TP up towards the top rune spot, and they're pushing into tier 2 down and bottom lane. Phoenix doesn't have a supernova for 5 seconds. This could be a high ground push potentially.
I think they're going to go back for Roche, but
Dire's
because if
bottom
they
tower
commit to
is
high
under
ground and they
attack.
don't get it, you have to remember Boombell's playing green, so
That's
they're going to have to start all over again.
Dire's structures are
This is
fortified.
really good for Tearing
Dire's
and
bottom
very
tower is
disastrous
under
for Signature.Trust because with Treant you don't want maybe like the tier 1 you can give way without proper defense. But tier 2s you usually want to hold on to them and like get all the easy stuff out of tier 2s, like make it look like you're gonna let the opponents take the 2, but then you come and defend and heal it back up. You have so much more map control, Roche control, ancient control. Without all these towers live, not sure what Signature can rely back on. Like Kells doesn't have that Dominator advantage that has on the Gyrocopter, so Radiant has ancient stacks, whereas Dire will have to kind of just farm the Sven. He doesn't even have the drums he's going.
Dire's
Another
middle
smoke,
tower is under
aggressive
attack.
play. I mean, play even Gyrocopter. It looks like
In ahead. Oh, Thunderwrath scouts them out. Ben knows exactly where they're coming from. Well, still walking through the jungle. Zeus. Oh, kill off one down the bottom lane. B. Okay. Doing down there. Try and steal the stack? No, they can't even do that. See what happened to the DP?
she was in the side shop and Zeus ulted, or they had an idea that DP was there.
I thought it was to scout out the thrust up the top.
What sort
Dude,
of
oh.
prize is this?
I mean, DP right now is in so much trouble. I think it's a hero that is basically most fucked on Signature.Trust, excuse my language, but like, I mean,
That's the reality of it.
that's, I mean, she has so little, she's so squishy, and then she's playing as a Zeus, and this Weaver off lane is actually, with the minus armor from Worm, actually pretty reliably threaten the DP, because
Fallen to the Radiant.
how's DP gonna outrun the Weaver?
DP gonna keep her ultimate going. And then how is DP gonna get levels? She's still sitting at level 9, and you're looking at, what, level 11 Weaver, level 11 Zeus soon. Cracked level 10. Proposition for them, and now they're gonna come in for another tier
Dire's
2 at
middle
lane.
tower is under
No
attack.
set up, there's no defense. Case of trying to get as much from the side lane as you possibly can, but fake out. Here's the wraparound. They've got the Witch Doctor coming in with the help of the Gyrocopter as well, and MyPro stunned up. There's the ulti out. They've got the vision. MyPro TPing away, finally gets himself away and
Dire's
out to
middle
safety.
tower is under
Doesn't
attack.
die this time. Draw a couple of
Did you-
heroes away.
Did you notice the skill build on
Dire's
343?
middle
He went
tower
for
has
max
fallen.
heal instead of max cask or max maledict, which is far more common.
Interesting. For the heavy push.
In a way, they sort of don't. Cask is like, it's only going to be useful if it bounces a lot, and looking at how playing, they're mostly about dodging fights. So most of the times the cast is gonna be used for the initial stun and maybe 1 or 2 more bounces.
Tarang now just looking to try and gain a little more map control with warding and dewarding. Yeah. Every ounce of vision here that Trust have. Every bit of vision they get rid of is the tiny amounts of armor space that Trust feels safe in. And right now, where does Trust feel safe? Because they just smoke themselves up under an observer ward. Man, that was spotted. Wasn't spotted, then Tarang not paying full attention to the
Radiant's bottom
themselves.
tower
Where are they
is
heading
under
though?
attack.
Trust have just won themselves around. Good arcane rune for the Phoenix. On that level 1 over though, they're trying to bait out my pro. Down in the bot lane, come
Dire's
at
top
the
tower
TP,
is under
but
attack.
Tarang don't really care.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Again, just gaining these objectives, taking one by one. And this is the first tower that Trust have been able to take all game long, with a Death Prophet on their team.
And they're gonna DP is actually going for the BKB overclock, and Tarang's gonna make the correct play here. Force at least they don't have to commit to the high ground. They have so much firepower that they can. It's not gonna be like they're gonna bluff as soon as they Signature sees Tarang walk up the hill. They have to go S5 and defend. Tarang can choose whether to push or not, but since they have the Aegis, more likely that they're gonna do some good tower damage. And the saving grace for Signature right now is that if they somehow defend the tower, they can heal it back to full. It looks like they're gonna finish the tower. It's committed so much already. The Aegis is still good. Trees only has level 3 living armor.
Ask for the initiation plan, but here it is. They jump on in. The Phoenix Supernova is good, but my pro just being shredded on the back by Ben, cleaving and hitting through everyone with a flat cannon. And 4 of them just obliterated in a blink of an eye. 17 minutes, 50 seconds.
Dire's
Just
top
tapped
barracks are
out.
under attack.
After demolishing Team Redemption, this
Dire's top
is a
barracks.
massive fall from Grace. As Tarang, they show that they're still worthy. Themselves up to 3-0 currently in the group stage. And every single game that Tarang have played in, honestly, they've looked unstoppable.
Yeah, it's like this game was really cleanly executed from Tarang. I wasn't too sure about the Weaver pick, to be honest, but I mean, they put in the